Yeah.
Aye, how are you doing?
From this?
No, from the police, come have a word.
Yeah.
Cheers. Marty, we're part of the team that's reinvestigating the murder of Nikki Allan.
Yeah.
Okay. Part of that investigation has led us to suspect that you may have had some involvement in that. Okay. I'm arresting you on suspicion. Okay, of that offence.
What you just saw there was footage of a man being arrested 30 years after he committed a horrific crime. Please be sure to watch the rest of the video to find out what happened in this truly shocking case. David Boyd, age 55, lured Nikki Allan, age 7, to a derelict building in Sunderland where he beat her and stabbed her 37 times. Boyd, who was eventually snared by DNA advances in 2017, was sentenced to life after being convicted of murder at Newcastle Crown Court. Young Nikki had known and trusted David Boyd, but he took advantage of her young age when he tricked her into following him on the evening of 7th October 1992. She was last seen skipping to keep up with Boyd, who was a neighbour and a babysitter's boyfriend, as he walked towards the old Exchange building. It's now known Boyd had a sinister purpose when he lured Nikki to wasteland outside the abandoned building, and her fate was sealed when she screamed and Boyd decided to kill her and silence her. He struck Nikki in the face to shut her up, then pushed her into the pitch-black building where she must have been petrified. She must have quickly known she was trapped, Mrs. Justice Lambert said. Nikki was attacked and killed in another room, suggesting she had actually tried to run away from her attacker. Her fear, as she saw you lurching towards her in the dark, is unimaginable, Boyd was told. It must have been a truly terrifying experience for this 7-year-old girl. The judge went on to add that Nikki's murder had shocked and bewildered the community of Hendon in the East End of Sunderland for over 30 years, and as time passed, Boyd would have thought with some relief that he had actually got away with it. However, the science of DNA has also advanced in the decades since the murder, and this allowed detectives to match samples from Nikki's clothes to a killer. Mrs. Justice Lambert said under current rules she would have jailed Boyd for a minimum of 37 years, but she had to comply with the sentencing regulations that were in place in 1992, which meant that he received a 29-year sentence. Speaking after the sentencing, Nikki's mother, Sharon Henderson, said she was absolutely devastated by the sentence, in which she relabeled it a disgrace, adding that Boyd should have been jailed for life without the possibility of parole. I will now proceed to play you her statement that she read out after the sentence.
Nikki, the way she was murdered, and I've had to listen to it, it's horrendous.
For more than 3 decades, Sharon Henderson has fought tirelessly for justice. Today, her daughter's murderer was finally sentenced, but it wasn't the sentence she hoped for.
And I thought life would have meant life without parole. I've been let down again by the justice system.
That night in 1992, David Boyd lured Nikki to a derelict building, beating her with a brick and stabbing her 37 times in the chest. In sentencing Boyd, the judge said Nikki would have felt unimaginable terror.
Nikki must have been petrified. It would not have taken the 7-year-old long to appreciate that she was trapped in that cold and dark building and that you were coming through the window to get...
After the conviction, the police force has actually apologised to Mrs. Henderson. However, she's rejected their words, calling them hollow. She has called for a public inquiry into the force's historic failures in her daughter's case and has been backed by the legal charity Centre for Women's Justice. David Boyd was a long-term wrong-un, and he had 22 convictions for 45 offences, including sexual crimes. We can only hope that this guy never comes out of jail. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed